going on, YouTube? It's Jetfire back again. Welcome to another episode of the Pirate Nation podcast, Walk the Plank. Today I'm joined by my co-host, the one, the only, Gyro. Pirate Nation Gyro. Man, how you been, man? It's been a while.
It has been. Last time we were on here, it was like, what, stage 3, and we were talking about Fuke still on Dallas?
Yeah, we were talking about what was going to happen, and then
Oh my God.
immediately, right after.
That night, an hour later.
I didn't even post
Yeah.
that video. I never posted that video. Yeah, we were just too late. It just didn't. It's like, okay, it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have a lot to talk about, right? So we have stage 5, we have the Aviddity Lan that you went to, and which we're gonna get into. That I saw someone who was wearing a Pirate Nation jersey, by the way, and I was like, oh, who's that fucking dude? And I'm like, oh, and then we'll go into champs and then Rostermania. Stage 5, did not expect Rocker at all. Did you? I didn't. By no means, right?
No. I was expecting FaZe or Dallas. I mean, that's
right.
I think those are the clear-cut favorites, and then Rockers came in there and they beat? They beat FaZe, then they beat
them
Dallas.
all, right?
Yeah, they beat FaZe, Dallas. I think they beat Optic, maybe, and then they beat Ultra, and then beat Ultra again. They beat all the top dogs. That was really impressive. Yeah, they showed up.
So for stage 5, I have it pulled up. Rocker plays FaZe round 1, and they win 3-1. Then they didn't even go to losers. They beat the top 3 teams right away. They went FaZe, Dallas, and then 3-0'd Ultra, which I mean, say what you will, like Toronto Ultra's like really good. I'm very happy with how they turned out and like watching their games. And then they end up the 4-0 comeback in grand finals against Toronto Ultra. You got like, what do you think they're like feeling after that? Who like getting 4-0, right? And like, all right, we need one map, and then just not a single one. I can't. How is it even possible? How does that? I would put that. Would you put that as like one of the greatest comebacks of all time in Call of Duty history?
Easily,
100%.
Top comeback ever. Like the mental regain you have to have after going down 0-4 after playing great all tournament, and just to come back and reverse sweep, win 5 straight after 3 hours of COD, 3.5 hours of COD against the same team. That's pretty good composure.
They just had to get warmed up, Toronto Ultra came from losers. They had to play what? They had to play Chicago. They got a series under their belt. They're a little warmed up. Nah, Rocker came out of the gate fucking icy. Like, no, I haven't played a single series. I woke up and bam. So I was that was crazy. That was really crazy.
It was.
Did any roster moves happen after that? I mean, I'm very happy with the Rocker team. I love Standy. I knew nothing about him.
Yeah, he's been, he won Challenger Champs and MW.
Really?
Yeah, he was with was it Triumph Gaming and MW. They won the Champs.
Really? He was with Royalty and Nagafin and Davip, whatever it was.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. And he was one of the ones that was just next up, and he's just been killing it so far.
And did you see Octane's thing? Octane made a video saying that he wanted to pick up Standy, and Surge was like, "Nah, ain't happening. We don't want to do it."
Yeah, I saw some things about that on Reddit. Apparently, even the general manager wanted to make some changes. I think his name's Bob something. He blocked me on Twitter a long time ago.
Of course.
But yeah, I said something that he didn't like. So, but yeah, they wanted to pick up Standy and who was it, either Vivid or Huke or someone, and the ownership was just like, nope, you're not doing it. They said y'all have to stick with this, and so they were just like deadlocked with those 4 players. Which, as a player, I can't imagine like
saying, "Hey, you can't play with this person."
Yeah, after the coach and general manager said we need a change. That's pretty pathetic out of the ownership, but I mean at least they finished the year strong.
Yeah, the showing out of them on LAN.
Crazy.
Gotta give it
They're
out
the
to
best.
them.
They're the best hardpoint team that entire stage. They went 4-0.
I think they quadrupled their series wins just in one LAN based off the whole season that they
Yeah,
played.
yeah. It
Octane,
makes you
man.
think like what would have happened if this whole year was on LAN?
Right. I feel like this whole year is kind of chalked, just because it was all online. You can't say anything.
Yeah.
And even more so to the fact of, hey, we don't have everyone at champs this year. We only have the top 8 teams. It's like, all right, that kind of sucks. Although I will say, like, Royal Ravens and Paris Legion, like, they're okay, but they didn't show up nearly as much as Surge did when it came to LAN. It was just a completely different playing field with them.
Yeah.
So, but going in for after stage 5, right? We have a little bit of a lull. FaZe ended up 8th. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was. I don't know what was going on. I mean, cause did they win Major 4? I can't remember.
No, I think Ultra won Major 4.
Yeah.
You might be right, actually.
Um.
But like they lost
Let me
to Rocker, and then they lost to Surge, like we were talking about.
No, they did win. They did win Major 4.
They did.
Wait,
Yeah,
let me
you're right. They
see.
did. Yeah,
Yeah,
stage
they
4 they
won
won.
5-4 against Dallas.
They won Major 3 as well.
Yeah. So I guess that's just one of those scenarios where it's just like, you're riding the high of winning two stages back to back. You know you're the best team in the game, and I don't know, you just drop to losers, and then you just have the whole crowd against you. Man, that was my first ever event, because I went, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
saw some
yeah,
videos. Dude, you
yeah.
were.
That was insane.
What was that thing? You were like waving bye to Swag.
Bye bye, Swag! Bye bye! Bye bye!
Like, why? Why was that a thing?
Cause Swag was sitting in the front row with his whole hype squad or hype bros, whatever it is, for FaZe, and after every time they won an S&D round, he'd turn around and stand up on a seat and be like, "Yeah, fuck yeah!" He's like, face up, baby!" And everyone was just like, "Shut up, sit down!" Like, y'all,
Everyone was
y'all
like,
are in map 5 right now, and everyone was just pissed, like, just stop being stupid. And so yeah, that I was waving bye to him, like, bye bye, see ya, have fun on the plane ride home to
that's
LA,
good.
wherever you live. Um, but yeah, that was my first ever like competitive like COD event
It's
ever,
awesome.
because I didn't like actually get into it. Like I knew it was there. I followed Scump every once in a while, but I never actually like got really into it till last year MW, which was a horrible time to get into it. But I love it now. But it's just being at the event and just having everyone else there with you and cheering, and like it's just a real moment. It made me fall in love with the game even more, honestly. It's like it's hard to put into words, but I mean everyone was just
It's unlike
against.
anything.
Yeah, and the place was packed too. And shout out to the buddy, I forget his name. I think it's Andy or Alex. I didn't even have a ticket. I waited until Friday night to get the tickets because I didn't get paid till Friday. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna go or not. And I finally decided, yeah, I'm gonna go. Checked the website and they were sold out of tickets.
Of course.
And I was so heartbroken. I was like, no, I already know this is gonna be a great event. It's right here. It's 20, 30 minutes away from me. And I asked everyone, I said, let me buy your tickets off you, I'll pay double, blah, blah, blah. No one wanted to buy them. And then I found this dude in the Empire Courts and he was going. I just hit him, I was like, yo, you got an extra ticket? He's like, actually, I do on Saturday because my cousin's not coming, but on Sunday, my cousin's going, so you won't be able to come Sunday. So he got me in on Saturday. Didn't make me pay him a thing. I tried to.
Wow.
Completely free.
That's cool.
Um, and so we got in there, and just happens to be Dallas Empire fans, so it was even better. So I sat with them, and we were there, and the place was packed. I don't know if you've ever been to it, the esports stadium in Arlington.
I've
It
never been to
is.
Texas.
You haven't? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
if you come to Dallas, that's definitely something you gotta at least just come by and look at. It's insane. It's the biggest esports stadium in all of North America.
Really?
Um, yeah, it's gonna be. Ultra is apparently making like $1 billion stadium or like a
I saw
huge
that
stadium.
they announced that in like MW. They're like, we're making this
Yeah.
humongous fucking thing, but you have to come to Canada.
Yeah, yeah. And then COVID hit, so then Activision said, well, we don't know if we're gonna do lands, and I think they pulled that on a halt. That would have been crowned the biggest, but it's still the one in Arlington. That place is enormous. It is, my God. I went there before Stage 5 actually, and just played some LAN 8s with some other guys, and just seeing that place, it is, oh my God, it's like it's like a whole basketball arena. It's the size of like a 15,000 capacity basketball arena. It is enormous, and it just goes back and back and back. And then the stage is so cool with the lights and the LEDs and the cameras and the screens and the setups and just the walk. It's so perfect. Um, and yeah, it was just awesome being there. And then just like I was in the front section. I'll send you some videos and pictures for you to put up. But I was on the screen on the stream
Were you?
several times. Several times, yeah.
Oh my God.
I changed my profile picture today, but my profile picture for the past few weeks was me. I was standing up yelling after FaZe got knocked out by Surge,
That's
and
so good.
it was just this blurry picture of me standing up on my chair going ah. But yeah, just like sitting up in like one of the front rows, and just looking back and just seeing everyone. It was crazy. And we were on the side where the family, friends, and like visitors were. So I got to see Envoy's parents, Zuma, Hugh, guys, Hitch,
That's awesome.
who else? What's his name? Mike Rufal, the MV owner.
Rufio? Okay.
Yeah, everyone and their, everyone's family and siblings were there, including family and friends. What's his name? Fuck, Enable, Pac-Man, of course.
Gross.
But yeah, they were there and everything. But yeah, it was crazy being there, and then just the absolute like I don't know what it was, man. Everyone just hates FaZe. I don't
That
know
was
why.
crazy. People were
I,
booing them.
Yeah, people were booing. I was like, what? I was like, okay. And
Like,
I was like,
holy
okay,
shit.
boo. I joined with them. I was like, okay, we're booing FaZe.
Fuck you, FaZe! Fuck you!
I guess it's just that they've been good all year, but man, just getting to that around 10 where Apathy was clutching up Marky, what's his name? Nicky D. And everyone was just chanting Nicky D, and then they clutch up in that round 10. That place was rocking. I go to a lot of sports games, and that was probably above all the sports games I've been to in the amount of loudness and like craziness that I've experienced seeing them take down FaZe.
I get it, man. I've only really been to one like CDL or like pro event, and that was CoD Champs in 2017. It was in Florida. That's when Optic
wow.
won Champs.
Let's go!
I'm
Wow.
a fucking Optic stan, right? So seeing that, I had the
Yeah.
whole weekend. Oh my God. It's unreal, and I wish that I could have gone to these kind of things. I almost went to Champs this year. So you said that that's the biggest esports place in North America. Why did we choose LA for Champs and not that? Like,
I
what?
don't know.
It doesn't make
Don't
sense to
know.
me.
All the pros agree that it's the perfect venue. It's the biggest. It's the most visually pleasing. It's the best for broadcasting, having casters. They had a casters booth and everything ready, but I mean the casters weren't there, of course.
How did that go? I watched some things where it was like you would hear them, but you would see the emotions from the players first, so you kind of knew what it was happening.
Yeah, that was a little weird, but I guess that makes sense. I think it was a 5 or 6 second delay. Because of course there were people yelling out in like 1v1 situations, S&D, he's glitching or something like that. And the place is pretty quiet in S&D. So I mean, I'm sure the players could hear that, And it actually did happen when one time when it was the Elite 1v3 and someone yelled out he was kitchen and then Scump was in Tiki. He was looking bottom bed while Formal was top bed looking at open. And as soon as someone yelled that, Scump turns around, peeks the back, and looks money window. And that's when remember that weird interaction where they were like right there next to each other and they were just looking away from each other. And then they both turn around and Illy gets the kill and then he clutches up. But yeah, that was definitely weird. Players could definitely hear us and everything, but as far as the casters go, it was definitely weird during hardpoint and control. We could not hear them, but we could barely hear them because people were just
Screaming.
chanting and screaming and everything. S&D we could hear them a lot better. But no, we really couldn't hear them at all. It definitely was weird because the interactions because it was real cool. I don't know if you saw they had their face cams on the front broadcast booth, and
Yep.
I thought that's so cool. I don't know if they did that at other events, but that's so cool to me, just to see their each player's emotions whenever they get blooded in S&D or they clutch up. One of my favorites was when Scump was playing S&D on Raid and he clutched that 1v2. I think it might have been against Surge. And he was kitchen at the time and he was about to go open, and then all of a sudden he just stands up and he goes, yeah, and then everyone's just like, okay, yeah, and then they all started screaming before the round even happened. So it was a little weird, but I mean, I guess
They made the most of it. I don't know why the casters didn't go, especially if they're gonna be in like
Yeah.
a booth, right? But whatever.
yeah, that definitely was a little weird. But apparently rumors are that they are going to be there in LA.
Rumors. If it's any event, right? Like this is the one to do it. Like you gotta. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and they're having it at the USC auditorium. So I don't know why they're doing it there. I maybe it's because their colleagues headquartered in LA. I don't know, but I think everyone would have liked to see it here in Dallas or in Texas because perfect venue to have it. But
I need some East Coast tournaments, man. I ain't flying all the way to Texas all the time. Like I'm tired. No. Yeah, I'm excited for. I mean, it starts Thursday, right? We're recording this on Tuesday. 2 days, and everyone got cleared for champs. As we were talking a little bit earlier, that Scump and Envoy both said, "Hey, we're cleared. We're good. We're negative," which is phenomenal.
Yep, it's gonna be Optic Subliners, Empire Rocker, Mutineers, and To Be Determined, and LA Thieves To Be Determined, all on Thursday. So I mean, definitely gonna be interesting to watch both those winners round one, Optic and Subliners, see how Clayster comes back and plays. And then to see Empire and Rocker, to see if Rocker are the real deal and if they can keep that momentum going from last stage into champs and take down Empire.
I agree, 100%. Now, before we get more into champs, we have to talk about it. It happened, and I will say, and prefacing that, I think this year more than anything else, the AM community has had more LAN tournaments, more than previous years. Just like people are just hosting these tournaments. You're going to LANs with all the amateurs, and like it shows that the scene is trying our hardest to thrive, right? To like, hey, we want to go to these events, we want to play. It's great. I love seeing it. I mean, hopefully COVID restrictions, regardless, right? You want everyone to be safe. But you went to the most recent LAN, the Aviddity Lan. And I heard there was a little bit of a thing this event for the Aviddity Lan. Who ended up winning? Parasite, right?
It was Parasite, Fire, Hazma, and Noisy. They took down
Bear Claw or something like that.
Bear Claw Esports, which is
I haven't heard any of those people.
Ghosty, Kyle Brasilia, those dudes have been reaping the LAN scene and AM scene this year. They've out of the 4 LANs they've been to, they've won 3 out of the 4, and they took Parasite and Fire to map 5. Almost clutched up and took him, almost had a bracket reset. Those dudes are insane.
Was Cheeto there?
Cheeto was not there.
Thank
Cheeto was in
God.
Helix. He was up in he was up in Massachusetts. I think it was Massachusetts or New Jersey. At the Helix LAN. Apparently there was a fight that broke out there. Apparently something happened after S&D game, and some dude said something. Other dude just got up, walked around, smacked the other dude in the face, and then it was just like a 1v3 type
I thought
brawl.
that was the Avidity Land, not the Helix. It was the Helix.
Yeah, it was the Helix LAN. There was a lot of trash talking and everything at the Avidity LAN.
Of course.
It was pretty interesting characters that were doing the trash talking, but yeah, the Helix is where the fight was. Yeah.
See, I heard that like some team won winners round 1, and then the losing team jumped them. I was like, excuse me? This is fucking Call of Duty, dude. Like, nut up. Like, stop being a fucking baby. You lost.
Yeah, and most of these dudes, I mean, that have like respect and sportsmanship, like no, like after the map's done, they shit talk whatever. 10 minutes later, they're cool, and then they'll come talk to you, and they're cool. But these dickheads with egos, that don't do that. They hold on to that, and they're like, no, I hate this dude with my guts. Fuck him. He's a shitty player. Blah blah blah. Just like, bro, like we're just playing. We're playing COD at the end of the day. Like,
We're all
it's
here
not
for the
that. It's
same
not
reason.
that deep, bro.
Right. We're all
Not
here for
that
the same
deep.
reason. We're playing a video game. We're having fun. We're doing what we all want to do. We're trying to be part of the community. And you're just like sprinkling some hate on the community that no one wants to see. But like, I get it. Trash Jack's all good and fun, but like, shit. So you repped the Pirate Nation logo, right?
I did.
Pirate Nation was at the Aviddity Lan.
Yes.
Didn't exactly get the placement we wanted, but
Nope.
it happens. Dude,
Yeah. It So we'll take a step back and go to Friday at the pre-LAN.
Let's go before that, right? Because I had
Okay.
I'm saying this just for YouTube, and I mean this in the nicest way, Gyro. Right? I love you, dude. But like, you texted me, you're like, dude, this is easy round 3 winners right away. These teams are just dog meat. And then all of a sudden, I just see, and I'm putting it out there that we lost. First round winners, first round losers. And you lost to Luxury Esports, and I'm like, like, who the fuck? Like, this team has been like this no name whatever, and apparently they made a run.
Yeah, they did. I don't know any of them personally in the community. I actually knew one of them he went to AG and Indy last year.
Okay.
He was on Turlock. You probably know Turlock. He was on Turlock's team. We scrimmed them at the pre-LAN at Indy. We smacked. Those were the dudes that were talking trash after we were up 200 to like 50 or 60 in hardpoint scrims, and they were talking shit after every kill. He was a part of that team. But yeah. Anyway, I mean, his name's Jigsaw. He's a solid dude. But no, it's do you want to get into that? You want to step back to Friday?
Go right to Friday. Tell me.
Okay. Well, all right. We'll start with Friday. So Friday, there wasn't really a pre-LAN. We had got like a group chat together with like 6 to 8 teams that were planning to go to the venue the night before and scrim and just get accustomed with everything. We get there and we're like, cool, whatever. We set up, we get everything going. We start, we see our buddies, Do, Haste, Kimrek, and Delta. Shout out to those guys. They're cool as fuck. They made a run also. They made it to Sunday, top 8. Proud of y'all. Good shit. We sat down to scrim them, and we're like, we start shooting bots, and we're like, hold up. We're getting 60, 70 frames. What's going on here? All of us were, and we were like, okay. We look at the graphics card. We had 1080s in our PCs.
That makes no. I mean, you expect.
I was like, what are they switching out 30 series or 20 series tomorrow, or like what are they doing? And we checked most of the PCs, and they all had 1080s, and I was like, this right here is what makes me miss PS4 and console. Like, we didn't have to worry about this. It was just plug up and play. Like, you have to worry about like, if we're here with the 3060 and I'm running 300 frames, I don't have to worry about going to a LAN and being like, oh, well, I'm not going to get 300. I'm going to get like 140. My gameplay will not be as good. And that's how it was. Like, of course I got the worst PC out of everyone.
Of course.
I get on there and we start scrimming them, and it was like 250 to 80, and we've been scrimming these guys for a while, and like every match was close. It was like 250 to 220. We take a map, they take a map. It was super close, and then we get there to the venue, and they get the good 1080s, and they're running 120, 100 frames, and we're over here with 60, 70. Mine was at 40 and 30, and I was getting 115 ping because I don't know if you actually know this, but there's no LAN feature for Cold War.
Yep, I learned that. Yep.
No LAN feature for Cold War, so it's technically online. So there still is a tiny bit host advantage. We were getting about 10 to 15 ping on the setups playing the kids that were there, which isn't you really can't tell, but that takes away from the whole LAN advantage and LAN atmosphere of where it's on 60 hertz servers. It's there's no delay, there's no lag or anything like that. And I was pinging 115, 100 that first game, and I was at 30, 40 frames, and I'm just like, good lord, like I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow if we get stuck on these setups. So then we had some dude come over, do some optimizations, tweaked all our settings, and I had to move to a different setup, and then I was running like 100 frames, which is a lot better. And also the monitors were all curved and 144 hertz. No flat monitors, so that was another thing. Yeah, we were playing. Everyone was playing on curved moniters. I don't get it either, but
like, don't get me wrong, I get it, like that in a sense that like they can't. It's a run by some person, right? It's not like it's the CDL multi-million-dollar organization, right? It's not like they can soup up 3070s into every single computer, but a 1070 is like 2 years old, so it's like it's the last gen.
Yeah, and that's not taking anything away from Aviddity.
By no means.
Aviddity's been, apparently some people have been calling her out for scamming and not running the bracket properly and blah blah blah. She ran a great event. It was great atmosphere. Nothing went wrong. She did an excellent job.
Shout out Aviddity.
The only word of advice would be just do a little more research when picking a venue, because I know we weren't the only team struggling. I know Parasite, their first match, they were on our setups actually at the pre-LAN on Saturday, and they were struggling also. But other than that, it was a great event. Ran well ran, barely any delays at all. But anyways, yeah. So Friday we scrimmed them. We scrimmed some other teams. We adjusted. Blah blah blah. It felt good because we started playing a lot better because I could actually shoot back. And so then we go into Saturday, and we're playing Luxury Esports, and not taking anything away from these guys, but we were just watching VODs the night before, and we're like, these dudes are playing League play like as scrims and stuff, and we're just like, what in the world's going on? Like, we were looking at the bracket because I don't know how it happened, but we were on the top side of the bracket. The bottom side of the bracket had Parasite's team, Paul X's team, and Dan Ghosty and Kyle Brazilian's team. 3 of the big Reapers. Those 3 were the supposed to be the top 3 favorites, all in one side of the bracket. So we're like, this is like gold. This is easy. We could easily crank out 3 rounds and make it to Sunday and get top 8. So then the first map oh my god. So first map we get in. I don't know if you're familiar with Rip the Joke, the dude that's been talking.
I've seen it. I don't know the kid from Hole in the Wall, but I know of him. I've heard the name. Yeah,
he's apparently he was an admin or whatever. So we're in map 1. We were one of the first matches to get started. This is at 9 a.m. 8 a.m. actually. And we're playing. It's tied up. It's super close match. It was, thank God, no PC issues at all during our series on Saturday. But this dude just walks up to Grime, Theo. He taps his shoulder. He's like, hey, headsets off. And he taps my shoulder, and everyone else is on our team. He's like, headsets off right now. And we're like, what? So we drop our controllers and take off our headsets. And then he looks at the screen and he goes, oh, y'all are playing your match? I was like, are you serious right now? Like, yeah, we're playing. What do you think? We're scrimming like the day of the event? Like, no, we're playing our match. And then he's like, okay, go ahead then. So we were playing Great Hardpoint and it was P5 and there was 20 seconds left on the hill. So we were mid rotation. We had to drop our controllers, not do anything for 15 seconds, let them kill us. They get set up for P1. They flip us for P2. And then of course we lose the map by 60 points. One hill.
And that was Rip the Joke?
That was Rip the Joke.
Bro, what the fucking... Wow.
And it's not like...
Yo, that guy got paid. He was just like, $100, I want you to go there and do that.
And like the way he came up to us, it sounded like he had authority. Like if he's an admin, like what are we gonna do? Say no, like
Right.
But and I was the most tilted out of everyone. That like my teams were like, yo, you gotta chill out. I was like standing up looking for this dude. I was like, where is the dude? This dude literally just costed us map 1. Like
Right. We should replay.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking replay at the time because we played it through, but I don't know if they would have replayed it because it was tied and I don't know. It was tied and it was like 100 to 100. And we're actually up 15. It was 115 to like 100, and then that just happened, and then that just completely threw us off and like threw our composure down the drain. We get to map 2 in S&D. We're playing. What did we play? We played Express. It was our pick. And we were just, these kids were, we couldn't hold a pinch. They were just flanking us every round. It was, I had a nice 1v3 and then a 1v2 back-to-back rounds. But those 2 rounds were the only 2 that we picked up. It was 6-2. And then we were just like, bro, like, we hate to say it, but like that dude threw us off. And then thank God, thank you, Aviddity. Thank God it was a best of 5 because most of these LANs have been doing best of 3s in winners bracket.
Which makes no sense.
Which all the way up until usually round 4 or semifinals, which does not make any sense. And half of them you don't even get to do vetoes. Aviddity let us do best of 5s. She let us do vetoes. She gave all that to us, and I thank her for that because that made things so much more interesting and so much better. So then we get into map 3 control, and control has easily been our worst game mode, and we've really only been practicing. We were practicing for like a month or about 3 weeks, and then we had to take a 2-week break because Theo went on a trip to Mexico with his parents.
Which one's Theo? Colin? No, Vizzy, right?
Grime.
Grime. Okay.
Theo's Grime, and then we get back, and then it's just like we don't know how to play because like we were seriously like playing really really well against some good teams, and then it just that 2-week break really just put us back down to square one, and then so we only had 2 weeks to prepare for the LAN, and then we really only got like I want to say it was like 10 full sets of scrims in that 2 weeks because one of our players is moving he's moved down to Florida for college and everything. And anyways, so control has been easily our worst game mode all year. So then we go down 1-2 in the control, and Grime just goes on a absolute tear. It was literally a 2v9, and then Colin gets, I think it was Colin or Vizzy gets dropped, and it's a 1v7 now. And this dude Grime literally clutches up and gets the 1v7 in control, and clutches it up, takes it to a map or round 5 in control. Insane play. We don't know how he did it.
Was that streamed? Do we have that clip?
He might be able to get that clip.
I want it.
I don't know. It's tough because he's played a lot since theater. Kicked some games out. But good lord, man, that was insane. And by that point, Do and Delta and Haste and everyone, they were all watching us. And after that, everyone was like, "Oh shit! Like this is the time. This is God saying to us, reverse sweep." So we get into round 5. We're on offense. We suck at offense on raid. Somehow we pull it out. We clutch it up. Just playing beautiful. We get to map 4, Garrison, which is our best hardpoint map by a mile, and we go up 199 to 70, and we choke the lead, and we lose that map 250 to 235.
Hurts just
and oh my
hearing
god,
it. This is still
like
against Luxury, right? This is still your first round.
This is against Luxury, bro, and props to them. They played great Call of Duty. They had the ice all weekend. they later in the LAN they were down 240 to 90, and they came back and won that map. They had the insane amount of ice out of them.
Instant
So
uninstall. Oh my god.
yeah. But so then yeah, we lose that, and we're just like, what in the world? Like, we had no words. We were just, oh my God, it was just so many factors. Like if that was the LAN with the bracket that we were gonna make a run, that was it, and we just completely threw it away. We just made some bad rotations. We just got real sloppy. We were feeling too good about ourselves after going up. We just needed 50 points, and then they stacked P2, P3, half a P4, half a P5, and then by that point it was like 230, and then they had better spawns, and they just kept us out of P1. And yeah, and that's how it ended. And we were just like, man, that reverse sweep was in our hands. We could have easily done it, and then we were supposed to go on standoff map 5, and I knew we would have won that if we would have gotten it to map 5. But yeah, that's what happened round 1.
Did you play losers on Saturday as well, or did you have to wait till Sunday?
No, we played losers on Saturday.
Okay.
Aviddity did a great job of getting everything going with the bracket and everything. There were only like winners round 4, round 5, and then winners finals and championship, and then a few losers bracket that played on Sunday. There were only 8 teams left on Sunday, so they cranked out most of the matches on Saturday. But yeah, so then that match was at like 9 a.m. Finished around 10:30, and then we had a few hours until 2, and then we played Exile Esports, which is Mason React and a few other guys. We had scrimmed them a week before the LAN, and they had smacked us online. It was like 250 to 50. We were just like, bro. And we were really saying, if we win this round 1, we are putting ourselves in the best position, because 1, we don't have to play Mason React because that dude has our number. 2, we 100% chance we aren't DFR'd. 3, our opponent would be Turlock, and we played them at the pre-lane and we smacked them, so that would have put us in losers bracket round, or losers round 3. So we were just like, we had to win this first series, and we didn't. Because the kids that were supposed to play in the next round, Tupperware, we played them in the seeding tournament, which was the week before. That she threw. It was a tournament to do the seeds. We played them in round 1 the week before. We lost to them. It was a best of 3. We lost to them by 12 in hardpoint, and then round 11 in S&D. So we knew if these kids are beating us online like this, on LAN, we could easily beat them, because we lost by 12 points and then 1 round in S&D. So that's why I was like, this is round 3, like we got this. So then Luxury goes on to play Tupperware. They go down, what was it? It was 1-2, and then they win the map 4 hardpoint. They were down 240 to 90, bring that back, and then win that map, and then they went to map 5 and then beat Tupperware round 11. Yeah. I was like, man.
No, get it.
So yeah. Anyways, we played Exile, which is Mason React, in round 1, losers round 1, and then we lost 250 to like 200 on raid, and then we played the S&D. We were up 4-2 on Express S&D, and then we just had some bad play calls, and just gave up those. We didn't win a single map after a single round after those 4 we won. They just came back and beat us 6-4, and that was that. And it was just like, man, like, jeez,
At least you had fun.
Yeah, it was good to meet the boys, and be there for the event and get back on LAN.
And we saw another
technically
person.
my first full event, since we all know what happened with AG and Indy. So
I have that picture somewhere. I'll show up on screen. I have it framed. It's gonna be on my wall.
With the picture of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the picture on at AG and Indy where it said it's the handwritten marker where it says on the wall, "No land connections."
Yeah, fucking idiots.
No land connection.
Oh, that's
So they
fine.
want to get sued by Activision. That was their golden ticket. But yeah, that was technically my first full LAN event. But yeah, it was cool meeting some dudes that I'd known throughout the year and
We had
being
another
back on LAN.
person. We had another person repping the Pirate Nation jersey. I saw. And
Yeah, we did. Yeah, Dreamy in the flesh. He was there.
you know what? I
think-
saw a video of him, and to be honest, I've never really seen what Dreamy looks like. And all of a sudden, I'm like, what? Wait, hold on. Someone's wearing a Pirate Nation jersey. Let's go back. Wait, who the fuck is that? Wait.
yeah.
Hello there.
Oh, it's the guy that used to be on our team. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, Dreamy was there, so what's up to him?
Shout out Dreamy, although it was kind of a weird kid. Love him, but there's
Yeah, his late night horny tweets, I couldn't get behind either.
me either. It's just that's why it's part of why I couldn't get behind it, bro. I'm being completely honest. As an org owner, it's just not the
Yeah, it's not a good look.
right. Exactly. I just
Yeah.
don't want it.
Yeah, but Dreamy was there. Yeah, he got yelled at by Bora.
Ha, yeah, that
Because-
was like a big thing.
Yeah, because Dreamy's a good player. I played him at LAN
He
Ace at the
is.
Esports Stadium. He's a very very solid player.
And he's only 16.
Yeah, he's extremely young too. Great upside. It's just he tweets a lot, of weird stuff and tweets a lot of trash talk. And I assume that he trash talked Bora, and then when Bora had his few words to him.
Rightfully so.
And that clip went viral on TikTok. Apparently had like 100,000 likes and everything. And then Aviddity said that it was taken down due to harassment and bullying. So
Really.
yeah. But
I'm about to say Pirate Nation about to get 100,000. Just hey, that's me. That's right there. See that logo? I don't endorse that kid, but like that's me.
Yeah. I was going to wear the Pirate Nation jersey. I was planning on it. I told everyone I was going to, and then Friday night when I fell down the stairs and busted myself up, I was not in the mood at all. I had a horrible headache waking up the next morning.
That
and
was it. That was the reason you lost that. It's because
I guess
you
so.
didn't have the luck on.
Yeah, that must have been it. But I was ready to take it out of the frame and everything because I still have it framed in my office. And
Which is awesome.
yeah,
I'm gonna buy another jersey just to do that.
Yeah, but I was planning on wearing it. That would have been cool, but a little awkward with Dreamy there in his. Be like, oh, y'all the teaming? No, we're not.
No, yeah, it's just an org
Yeah.
that gets around.
Yeah, he has the long sleeve one. That one looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Mhm. I liked
But
that
yeah.
team. That was our team at the middle of Cold War. It was Dreamy, Zirian, Faucets, and some other. Oh yeah, our fourth broke his finger, so we never had a fourth. But,
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it was good. Well, I'm glad that you had fun at the Aviddity Lan. Again, it was a great turnout. It seemed like everyone had a good time. And it was definitely one to remember.
Yeah.
And now we have what we've all been waiting for: Champs.
Yeah. That's right.
Right off the rip, who's gonna win?
I gotta go with FaZe. I think they'll
Everyone
rebound.
says that.
I think they'll rebound. I mean,
I
it's gotta
agree.
be FaZe, or I'd like to say Rocker, but I just think that I don't know. I think that they just had, I feel like every team has that good spurt. I don't want to say luck, but they just had that good spurt of confidence booster, and they just win. Just like Ultra won the stage 2, and everyone was just like, "Where's this been all year?"
Right.
I think they'll play well, but I don't think they'll win it. I think it'll either be Ultra or FaZe. As much as I'd love to see Dallas, my favorite team, Dallas, win it. I think if they don't fix the issues with Vivid and their chemistry, which I think has been going going along pretty well. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I think it's been going on pretty well, but at the same time, I think they've just been making some poor errors, and I don't know if Krim has any more excuses to put out there. But I mean, if they are in final form, then of course they've got to be one of the favorites. Because I mean
So
they
my take on it is, I think that stage 5 was a perfect storm, right? So FaZe got decimated, and I think it was so necessary because FaZe, everyone's like, oh, they're untouchable. They're for the year. Where is it? I just saw it. They have like this unbelievable record. I think they're like 34 and 7. They're 34 and 7 for the year.
Yeah,
Right?
I think they have less. Well, not now. Maybe it's either Paris or LAG. But at one point they had more loss. They have less losses than Surge did have wins, which is
Right.
crazy to think about.
Yeah, but I think that because they lost, this is where they got, like, that was it. That was the loss they needed. That they're like, okay, we need to stop fucking playing around. We need to like figure out what's going on and like come back swinging for champs. I still don't think they're gonna win though. I don't want them to win.
What do you have winning? New York?
So my thought process is I don't think that Dallas is gonna win. Period. Rocker, I think that is the dark horse, but I don't think they're gonna win. Optic, I would love to win, but they've just been outclassed the whole year. As much as it would be amazing for them to win, I think it just has to be like everyone else would have to be like stoned for them to win. I don't think anyone else deserves to win, and I really want Ultra to win. I think I'm the most okay with giving these rings to Ultra. I think that it'll be the first time that a European team has won CoD Champs. Right, it's only one of the first few times that a European team has won an event because obviously they haven't done a lot. The only other European person that has a ring is Tommy, and it's only because he was a sub during the Dallas Empire days. My man Tommy, shout out, follows me on Twitter. Love you. But my money is on Ultra. Now, if you had asked me this question 2 days ago, I would have said New York Subliners. And here's why.
Yeah.
It's because COVID, you just automatically don't have half your Optic team round 1. And then Clayster, being the big brain genius he is, didn't go for Major 5. He's there for Champs. All of a sudden, half the teams have all their subs playing. They don't have any chemistry whatsoever. And then all of a sudden, New York Subliner has their full roster, plus Clay. It would have been a perfect, just like, wow, oh my god. But I think they're going to bow out. I think Optic's going to beat them round 1. I think that they're going to get through, they're going to beat... who is it? Who's in losers? They have...
Mutineers and Thieves are on losers.
They're going to destroy both of those teams.
Yeah.
Right. Love 100 Thieves, but they're going to destroy both those teams. They're going to meet Empire in losers, lose to Empire. Then Chicago's going to go to losers. And then Empire's going to beat Chicago. And then it's going to be... FaZe versus Ultra, basically. Which are the two teams I think deserve it the most out of anyone. But I don't want FaZe to win.
No, I don't. No one really does, unless you're a FaZe fan, honestly.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because I love Simp. I love Abizi. I love Arcities.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I mean, I do. Yeah, I'd say Ultra as far as most deserving. Ultra, are most deserving, but right after that, I'd put FaZe. Simp. He lost. He got 7th place last year. And then what's his face? Was it Abizi was with United, right? And BO4, right?
No, it was Simp, Arcities, Pristini, and Clay.
Okay, so then it's Abizi. He's now been in Champs. Gotten 2nd place in Champs 2 years in a row. So I think him and also Celium, I think would be most deserving because Abizi's just been He's been right there for 2 years straight, but just can't win it all.
Who was Abizi
Yeah.
playing with during Black Ops 4? Oh, it was Abizi because it was a 5v5. You're right.
So it was what?
It was them
Simp,
four.
Clay, Abizi, Pristini, and Arceus?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I forget that we went 5v5 for a little bit.
Yeah.
Lol.
Yeah.
And just before that, when he was on E United in World War II, he played on E6 with General Sender and Diabolic.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, I'm off this Thursday, so I'm very excited to be able to watch round 1.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the exact bracket. Where is it? Yeah, Dallas versus Minnesota. I think Dallas takes it. I think Dallas versus Toronto round 2. Chicago versus FaZe round 2. Atlanta wins. Toronto wins. Winners finals. Toronto grand finals. FaZe and grand finals from losers. It's a best of 9, right? They're not changing it up.
Fortunately, no. I can't stand it. I don't think the players don't either. We all know that they can't stand it. But I mean,
and no advantage, 0.
Are they doing the no advantage this year?
Yeah,
for champs.
Mm-hmm.
Because last year they had the advantage because Dallas had that 1 map lead.
I'm pretty
But
sure
this
no
year
advantage.
in the stages they haven't been doing it, and that's a lot of COD, man. That's
yeah.
like Ultra and Rocket. That was a 3.5-hour series. That's a lot of just going edit and edit. Like, jeez, man, that's
Hey, man,
that's a lot.
I'm gonna come out of retirement just for you. We're gonna fucking old man Jetfire. Get me my fucking walker. I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm gonna outplace you in challengers. I got you.
I don't know about that one. Okay.
I'll put money on it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go get Berserk, Yanni, and Ken, and you can get Loco and 2 others.
Deal. I'll pick Loco. I'll take Loco. 100% down. We've been playing GBs lately, actually, man. Like now that it's off season, you gotta play with us.
Well, yeah, definitely now, because I'm not, Friday when y'all played, I was getting prepared for the LAN, and I had everyone at my apartment, which literally everyone on my team stayed here, so I had to cater to them. So
like now that it's off season, like I really want everyone to kind of like hop on GBs again. Like I'll play. I even re-downloaded MW. Like I'll play MW GBs. Like I just want to play, and like I finally have time. I have a gig internet. So now I have no excuses. Now if I die, it just means I suck. I have the 144 hertz monitor. I have the 1 millisecond response time. The only thing is my graphics card that I have to update. But like the gig internet, like I'm here.
Yeah. I've been trying to play more S&D. And I've really found a love for it. Like I just play respawn, league play, scrims, 8s. But I've been playing a lot more wagers and trials lately, and it's been real fun. Actually won my first ever gold on CMG the other night.
Look at you, growing up.
I feel so proud. I won $13 and a gold trophy on my account.
I won $13 and an image on our website.
Yeah, it was a little 2v2 tourney, but yeah, that's definitely fun, and everyone's playing World War II now, and it's just like, I get it, you're getting ready for Vanguard and World War II, but like, it's on MW's engine.
Right. Why are we playing this game?
Gonna be, I get like you want to get the feel of like, there's gonna be sliding, there's gonna be
slide canceling, there's gonna be
slide canceling, there's not gonna be any dolphin dives, it's gonna be all the mechanics of MW, and people don't like, but I mean, I could always go for a Gunrunner S&D or a cave hardpoint.
Gross. You guys are ridiculous. Hated
Man,
every map.
Some of those maps were fun to me.
No.
I mean, of course, what was it?
Hackney Yard is like the only map that I was like, yeah, I like this map.
Oh God. Oh, I mean, Hackney Yard was fun. Like, when I say fun, I mean I don't mean it was actually fun. It was all the maps were just terrible, but it was somewhat enjoyable to play. Hackney was fun at times and enjoyable at times, but there would just be the point where like you have two and hill on P5 in the back spawn, and then they spawn up right next to you, and it's just like,
Cool.
what
They
is
just
that?
spawned to the left of me. Love it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's like you can't calculate for that, and unfortunately that same sort of spawn system is in Cold War, but um, it's yeah, it's whatever, I guess. But I mean the rumors and everything have been pointing to that apparently they have Sledgehammer has their own dedicated developers and engineers and team just for competitive,
We'll
which
see.
which is everything. But
I don't
like
want. I don't
every
want to
year,
put too much on it.
I
I
know,
really
yeah, yeah,
hope.
every year Vonderhaar says, "Be kind to us, we're on our side," and that was the biggest anime betrayal of
Well,
of the year. But yeah,
hopefully, man. That's what we need.
yeah.
You know what I want? And I know it's small, but it's just something that I really enjoyed. And maybe it's because I'm just old and I'm in from the day of GBs because everyone's just like, nah, I don't play GBs anymore, blah, blah, blah. But like World War II, what they did right was having dedicated GB servers. It was like, hey, get into a lobby. All of a sudden, I don't have to add a guy. I don't have to do anything. I don't change the map. I don't have to do the settings. I know everything's going to be right. I just get into a lobby. Like, do it again. Like, what was the problem with that? That was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, MW had it after 8 months into the game,
Did
but
they?
I mean, yeah, they added it in.
Why don't,
Yeah,
oh, you're right. You are correct. I remember that
yeah.
now.
They did dedicated servers for. They actually tried doing it for the AMs, like so there wasn't an issue with the ping and the hertz and everything. That was just a failure. It did not work at all, and they just did not patch it. And then they implemented the GB support where you could just search for your GB and then boom, instantly be in the lobby and then be on dedicated servers, which was great. I mean, but that was 8 months into the game.
Yeah,
When we
right.
were
Yeah.
all like that, we're tired of this. We're going back to BO4 or World War II. But yeah, that was yeah. There's some definitely cool things from World War II that I
They
like.
implemented.
Yeah, that they had. It was just it came up a little bit short. Um, yeah, did you see my tweet today about my top 10 CODs?
No, I didn't.
So yeah, you've probably been seeing everyone's been doing their top 10 COD
I
list.
haven't at all, actually.
Yeah, everyone's been doing it. Like all the big
What's
guys
your top two?
and
I'm not even gonna look.
top,
I want you to tell me what your top two is.
top two. This is just in general, not for competitive, not for pubs. I'm saying in general. It means
Okay.
everything.
All right.
It'd be a different list if it was competitive.
Okay.
Top two for me. Number one. Let's start with number two. Number two, MW2.
Okay.
That's pretty respectable. And the number one is of course Black Ops 2.
You're fucking crazy.
What is it?
Where the fuck did you put?
4?
Where did you put Warzone as a COD? Like what?
Well, yeah, I threw it in there. I mean, that's
You don't even have the fucking best game on here.
what, MW3?
Yeah. Okay. Ready? If we're talking specifically, not even confer competitive only, right? I would put literally MW3 higher than Black Ops 2. 100, dude. Okay, and I will preface the fact that Black Ops 2 came out my freshman year of college, so I didn't play it as much as I wanted to. But like I get it. Like Black Ops 2 was cool, it was good for the time, whatever. But like MW3 was just so much better. Not, it's just it was. I thought the maps were much better as well, and just saying. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but Cold War was literally just out. This is our remastered for Black Ops 2. Cold War was our
100%.
Black Ops 2 remastered.
Yeah, it was, and it's sad people like half the people don't even realize it, and the other half are. It's sad because they're trying to put these maps in and they're trying to make it like Black Ops 2, but it's
It's different,
it's never gonna be that.
right?
They can add the maps and try to replicate it unless we get an actual remaster, which probably won't be a remaster. It will be something like the old game, but COD 4 was. It wasn't exactly like the old game.
But the fact that like what 3/5 out of our map pool are all express. What else?
Standoff, raid.
Standoff, raid, right? These are the map.
And
Raid
then the ones not in the rotation, hijacked, Nuketown, of course. Slums they just added a few days ago.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you, Slums would have been in there if.
I disagree. I very much disagree. Maybe Hardpoint, but I disagree.
No, Hardpoint. It would have been because
S&D
I don't know if you ever played APOC Hardpoint, but good lord, that is Hackney 2.0. Like you hold down that P2 spawn, that's an easy 90 point lead. Like it is. Oh my god, I cannot stand playing that map.
I remember everyone loved playing that map. Like when it first came out, they're like, "This is it, finally, like a good map." And I'm like, "No, like I hate half these hills."
Yeah, it's definitely weird, but I mean, I have people like it. I mean, it's better once you play with a team and you know what you're doing. But you know, like eights or just playing it like in league play, it's awful. People don't know what they're doing. They push the wrong crap out. You flip spawns. You spawn way the hell out on the P1 hill, so you have to. And there's only 2 routes to make it into P2, and there's not enough lanes in the map. It's not even lane oriented. It's just like one big map, one small map. But yeah, I think if they would have had slums in a little sooner, that it would have been in the pool. You know, I would have loved to see a hijacked, like maybe S&D or something like that in there.
Hijacked, lol.
Like having putting the bomb site back at the old bomb site below.
Yeah, all
down
the
the
way
basement.
down.
Yeah, that. Oh man, that would have been fun.
Best map of Cold War, man. I'm telling you, it's raid, and it happens to be a Black Ops 2 map. You know, it's just none of the maps were really that good. Checkmate, I like Checkmate a lot. I think that was probably the best Cold War map.
Checkmate's great for Hardpoint.
Great.
It's great. It's the most. It's always
balanced,
close.
maybe I would say.
Yeah, it's definitely balanced. It's the only thing I hate is the streaks. Because you can only you get streaks on that map. I mean, you're
that's it.
You're not guaranteed to kill at all. It's purely luck if there's someone in the middle, right in the middle of the map, not in top lane. But S&D is horrible, absolutely horrible. It was, if your team knew how to hit out top lane, it was an easy bomb site, bomb plant at B.
I think Garrison's another one. It's 2.5 lanes, not even a 3-lane map. Yeah,
that one's a little weird, but it's in Hardpoint. If you know how to play it, it's a really fun map. It's Search was terrible on it. I'll take Checkmate Search over Garrison Search, but
I agree with that.
Control's a little iffy. I like the dynamic of it in Control, but Hardpoint I love. I've gotten real used to it, and that's our team's best map by a mile. Because we're still in Wigs League and we're actually
get your matches done.
Yeah, we have a match tomorrow, and then we got to get like 2 more in because we would have been done by now, but our teammates, he's in Miami moving in. And I don't know if you know this, but the team that we have right now, that's our CCL team.
Oh, really?
For next year, yeah.
Whoa.
That's gonna be the CCL team. Yeah, I can't really.
Colin better get better, man.
Huh?
All I'm gonna say is Colin better get better.
No, he's just.
I'm just
has
saying.
His times where he struggles.
I'm just saying. Every time I watch you guys, he's the one I had the most amount of flack for. I was, Colin. If you're seeing this, like, dude, get your shit together. Be a better sub. When your ARs have more engagements than you, there's a problem. Okay.
He's the Pristini of our team.
Oh, don't say that. Don't.
That's he does the dirty work.
That's
no,
hurtful.
It's not. How's that hurtful?
Because Pristini's not good.
Pristini is good. He has You're playing against the best people in the world. He's
like, I get it, but like,
he has his moments.
Nah, dude. Pristini's like, nah, man. I don't have to bait anymore on Chicago. I get to be on Seattle Surge. I get to do whatever I fucking want, and look, the guy is cool. I met him. Awesome. But, like, does he deserve a fucking ring? No. Can I say that
Yeah.
actually? He did win, but like, dude, come on. To some degree, you gotta assume that he got carried at least a little bit, considering Arcity, Simp, ABZ are all the top players on that team in phase this year and last year, right? Like, I just didn't.
Oh yeah. Like he's definitely good overall, but like I'll say compared to other pro players, he doesn't deserve a spot.
No,
I
tier
don't
two.
think. Yeah, he's I don't like him as a player. Like he's cool as an individual and personality wise, but as a player, I don't see how he has a spot still. But
So leading into that, this will be the final thing we'll do before we end this. Okay, Rostermania. I have some hot takes for you, and I want your opinion on it for what I think Rostermania is going to happen. Now, just saying, and I've been thinking about this for like the past couple days. I wrote everything out.
of course you did.
So here's my hot take for you. All right, Gyro?
Okay. All right.
I think the only two teams that don't make a change are FaZe and Ultra. Now, I think the most prevalent teams that will make a change are Empire, Subliners, Rocker, and 100 Thieves.
When you say prevalent, what do you mean by that? Like most likely to, or?
So I consider them tier 1 players that kind of have first pick of the litter kind of thing. Like,
So
like
they're not going to change up the whole roster. You're saying?
right. I think that.
Okay.
I think so. Empire gets rid of someone or two. That if Empire gets rid of someone and Empire says, "Hey, come play with us," that most likely you're going to take it, right? You would assume so, right? You're playing with Crim 6. You're playing with one of the best teams in the league for the past 2 years. They won first place last year in MW for this first year of CDL. I think that, and again, I really went on a limb on this one for Empire. They're going to drop Italy.
See, I think that's all gonna play into champs.
I agree.
Think they're,
I agree.
They're gonna. That right there is the one team that I think that will make their decision based off of champs. Maybe FaZe. I could see FaZe doing a roster change.
But
I could see.
Who do they get rid of?
I could see them getting rid of RCDs or.
No way.
No, you got to think. Octane's contract is up this year.
See,
and
I think Octane's going to play with Kenny.
That's the definite. That's probably that probably would happen.
I think that Slasher's gone, Octane in, Octane, Kenny, Draza is 3, looking for 1 for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But yeah, for me, the teams I think they're going to stay the same. I'm looking at the teams right now. I only see Ultra that stays the same. Every other team I see making a change, including Optic.
Optic's the one I couldn't figure out. Because who do they get rid of? It's Dashy. Like, unless it's formal and that's just not happening, it's gonna be Dashy.
I could see it being formal.
It's Dashy.
I get he's that legacy player and he's like that.
He just hasn't been. He hasn't been, right. He hasn't been like this crazy player that he once was. Now here's the second part, right? For Empire, I think Empire goes as a team of 2. I think they drop Ilya, they drop Vivid. It's Shoxy and Crim 6.
100% they're dropping Vivid. 100%.
Right?
Unless they win champs, they're dropping Vivid.
Yep.
If they get second place, they are dropping Vivid because there are so many other good players in the scene that are going to be free agents or even challengers that will get the opportunity because Dallas and Mike Rufile loves getting those young players, those young guns. I could definitely see them getting another Shotzzy type player or maybe like another Standy from challengers.
So that's my thing, right? So if Crim 6 and Shotzzy are a team of 2, and they go to Standy and they say, "Hey, join our team," because Rocker with up until this win, 100% I thought they were gonna make a roster change, but Standy seems like this like really nice guy, like that he seems like very loyal to the team that he has, and I think that alone might make them want to all stay together and go, we did pretty well at the end of the year. Let's go into the new year as a team of 4. Because I like it. I like Priesta. I like attach. Who else is on there? I like Maniac.
Major.
Right? I think it's either Standy says, no, I'm going to stick with this team and ride it out and hope to God this is good, or he takes the opportunity of a lifetime and joins Empire. But then, if he joins Empire, then Rocker picks up Huke.
Really? Wow. That's yeah. Wow. That's. I definitely think Hugh will be picked up by next year. He has to be,
Has to be.
unless he makes some decision to go over to Halo
Or Valorant.
or Valorant, which I could definitely see, because apparently the Halo drops in September, like September 15th or something.
Dude, we're so ready. Like, Poseidon
And
is so ready.
I'm just like, man, because I don't know if you've been seeing all the hype around Splitgate.
No, not at all.
Have you played it?
Nope.
No? Oh my God. I played it and I was like, good Lord, this is so fun. And it has the Halo type vibes. And I'm just like, man, I've never played Halo. I've played Halo, but like I've never
It's
gotten
so
it
different.
day of release and grinded it. Like and if it's anything like that, it's just like, wow, that looks real fun. And I mean, I don't know. I could definitely see a lot of players leave to go to Halo because this trend of the CDL and Activision lawsuit and Call of Duty competitive interest going down and down every year, I could see players stepping away, just like what's his name did last year, the Mutineers,
Frosty?
Frosty, Frosty did. He did that, a year before the game even came out. But yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility.
I definitely gotta check it out. I think it reminds me too much of like Portal, because it really is just a portal gun, but you get to shoot everyone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you one last hot take before we end the show.
Okay.
Okay. Two. I'm gonna give you two because I see one
Okay.
that I forgot. Cool. So, I think that Surge, Paris, and LAG are all teams gone. Cool. Looking for new roster. I think that if Octane takes Slasher's part in 100 Thieves, that Surge is going to pick up Slasher. I think Slasher is going to go with John. I think John is going to pick up Apathy. So you have 3 of the 4 players from Team Envy during IW and Black Ops 3, right? And then I think they're going to pick up Gunless. Because Gunless played with Slasher during World War II. They teamed together, so they have a lot of chemistry there, and I think that's going to be a team. And then lastly, you have Clay and Hydra. I think that if Illy gets dropped, Illy goes to subliners with Clay, because they have that, and then they have to pick up another sub player, and it's Sib.
For New York?
Yep. I hate Sib, but apparently he's good.
Oh yeah, I do too. And you know why? Out of
Yeah.
everyone, you know why I hate him. But hey, he's a great player. It's just if his ego gets in the way, and if he's not signed by FaZe for another year, which I doubt he will be after this year, because it's his time has been his time has been up for a while. He should have been next in line, but it was Standy. But he's just been under contract by FaZe. He can't do anything. But yeah, I could see that happening. I like the idea of Surge, but I just, if I'm the general manager, I just think that's not good enough.
Really?
Yeah,
I think
I
Surge
don't.
has such a low eco, right? That like they're gonna pick up scraps. Like there's not scraps the player, but like they're gonna pick up the scraps of the players that are left, right?
Yeah.
But like
I mean,
let me read out the amount of players that I've listed out here, all that need a team. Pristini, Looney, Classic, Aqua, Scraps, Wuskin, Temp, Zap, Silly, Assault, Mental, Diamond Con, Slacked, Noisy, Methods, Decimate, TJ, Mohawk, Royalty, Venom, Jerd, Fellow, General, Cheen, Mac, Asim, Censor, LOL, Saints. Saints is another one that I think totally has a possibility of getting picked up because he did really well this year.
yeah.
But-
Back to your point on what was it?
Sib?
What team was it?
or Slasher?
No, before that.
Clay, Hydra, Illy, Sib, or Shotzi,
Before
Krim,
that, one
Standy?
more. Oh, fuck. It might
Octane.
have been. It might have been. Let me look at the teams. Let's say it. Forgot it. But yeah. And also that has to do with the contracts. Like this is all the contracts are kept secret. And I hate that. You know, like MLB, NBA, NFL. We all see their contracts, and like it'd be cool for us to see them. But you know, if Rocker's gonna throw the bag and say, "Hey, we'll give you over 70% of our team budget for salaries for you, Standy, to stay here," Danny's gonna take that 150K a year base salary and stay there. If I see it, because you know that also plays in a huge factor because you know you may not know it, but Scump's the highest paid player in the league by a long shot, and
I agree with. I could see that being a thing.
you know it's you know I mean if Optic drops Dashy, I mean where does Dashy go? I think Dashy could definitely end up on Surge or maybe even like New York or hey Dallas. I mean there's just so much that could go on, and it's probably gonna be as crazy as it was last year.
I can't wait. I really can't. I want to see what this is. What these
Yeah,
rosters are gonna look
and
like.
yeah, but I wish they'd expand because I saw a tweet and it was just like the CWL champs in 2016, and there were 64 teams,
I saw
and you
that.
and you could go through every team and be like, oh yeah, I know him, he's in the league or he's not in the league, and it's just like all known players, and it's just like wow, like this is when the league was, this was prime, and then now we're here at champs with 8 teams,
Right.
8 teams and 32 players. That's it.
How do we?
And I'm just
Where
like,
do we go
wow.
from that?
Yeah. But yeah, I
No.
can see a lot of those possibilities. But did you see? Apparently, you must have saw that Dallas was trying to get Clayster.
No.
You didn't see that?
No.
Yeah. That. Okay. So
How does
Krim
that
came
work?
out.
How does that work?
So
No, you're
so
gonna have two ARs.
no. Listen. So Krim was talking about it with Zuma on his podcast.
Love
The
the
whole
flank.
plan. Yeah, flank, amazing job,
Well done.
Zuma. So the whole plan of picking up Fellow was not picking him up for him. It was picking him up because they were in trade talks with New York Subliners to get Clayster. That was the plan all along. They were gonna have Fellow for one stage, get Illy adjusted to the sub, and then get back Clayster, and then get Shotzi, Illy, Clayster, Krim, the four from the champs team minus Hugh, which that would have been fun to
That would have
have,
been
and
awesome.
he was all for it, but apparently something happened with the negotiations and contracts where they just couldn't get it done, and that's when they had to scramble and get Vivid. That's why Ilian went back to the AR again because that's the whole reason why they put Fellow there, and Fellow knew that from the get-go. They told him, they're like, hey, we're trying to get Clayster, we want an AR, you're going to be with us for maybe one stage, and that's it, and that was that. But that would have been insane to see. So I could definitely see if something happens at Champs, I could definitely see, maybe Clayster could reunite with Dallas.
Oh, bring it on,
Um,
please. That'd be awesome.
yeah.
I still think they drop Illy.
I
I
don't
still.
know. It's gonna depend on Champs because I think the first half he was definitely struggling, but then he picked it up. He's been picking it up lately. Stage 4 and 5.
I'm pretty sure there's like a. Where is it? There's a COD stats website, and I remember looking at it and seeing that Illy was not performing overall for the year over everyone else. Player stats 2021 breakpoint. Fun fact: who do you think is the number 1 and 2 overall KDs for the year?
Gotta be Simp.
True, correct. He's number 1.
Maybe a Beezy.
Dashy.
Really?
And then it's Cell.
Wow. Huh. I never would have thought of that. Dashy, damn. But yeah, see that's so tough if on the Optic. Like they're all four great players and they maybe a different timeline or a different game. They win champs and reap through the year, but I don't know what it is. They can never seem to be on the same page. And I mean, they dropped RCDs last year, so I mean, I could definitely see them getting rid of Formal or Dashy. Scump definitely stays. Envoy definitely stays. I mean, who knows? Maybe Clayster goes to Optic
Mine
or
blown. Mine would be
or
blown.
or Octane. That'd be a perfect personality to be
Mind
on
blown.
Optic.
That would be amazing.
But like, I mean, I think Dallas and Optic are the two main destinations for free agents to go if you're a free agent and you want to win. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. LA a while ago when we were trying to figure out what I was gonna say. LA Thieves and John. So I so I saw the stats today. John has not been playing. He had like a .9, which is like significantly less than everyone else.
Who was?
0.9 John.
Okay.
And I don't know what it was. Like I watched the LA Thieves mini documentary, the Vision for Optic, LA Thieves did their own. And there's just this disconnect with John and the other guys. I don't know what it is like. And I could see it visibly at stage 5 major. Something happened in one of the S&Ds and everyone was just like looking over at John, and you could tell John was just like, I don't know if he was nervous or just like upset or embarrassed, but like he was just he just seemed out of it, and he was like not there with the other team. And meanwhile, like Draza and Kenny and Slasher, and they're all like joking around, and then John's just like this quiet little guy in the corner, and I don't see him being back with them at all. I think 100% chance he's gone. But
Wow.
yeah, it's Paco Hydra is definitely staying with
100%.
New York.
Or he's staying with
Yeah.
Clay, like even if it's not New
Yeah.
York, but
Now, what about this? Somehow Dallas steals Paco and Clay, and they give
awesome.
up Illy and Vivid. Imagine
Awesome.
Paco, Shotzi, Krim, and Clay. That's
Great.
That's an entertainment team right there.
Exactly. That's a team everyone wants to root
comedy.
for. So
and everyone loves Paco too at the event. Like
yeah, everyone loves him.
You don't see it, but whenever they're doing the commercials and they're talking on the desk, the players come out and they set up their headsets, their controllers, their settings, blah blah blah. And they come out, they quietly, the lights are off, but you can still see who it is. And as soon as Paco came out, everyone started screaming and yelling. It was like, Paco! And he didn't know what to do. It was his first time ever in front of fans for a CoD event. And he looked like so shocked. He was like, what's going on? And then when I got the picture with him, oh my God, the accent, the French accent is crazy. It's exactly how it sounds in the comms. He was like, what is up, men? He's like, what's up, men? Nice to meet you. I was just like, yo, I love your accent, man. But yeah, and then yeah, Hook, I could definitely see going back on a team. I actually got to speak with him for like a good 2 minutes.
That's
like,
cool.
He was in the back, and I was getting food, and I was like, "Yo, can I get a pic?" He's like, "Sure." I really, after everything was going on with the Krim situation and the whole video and everything,
that never came out.
No, apparently it's coming out after Champs.
Okay. Just to ruin his fucking.
Yeah, there's still more to it, but after, like, I had a bad. I had a bad taste in my mouth from what I heard from Krim and all the speculation from Hugh. Apparently he was lying and blah blah blah. And then after talking with him, I was just like, man, like, it's the dude is so soft spoken, and like he's such a cool dude. And I was like, yo, like, I know you got a lot of shit going on with Krim being a dick and not, getting dropped by LA Thieves and everything. I'm just like, yo, just keep your head up and just keep running. And like he's like, you know what? You're the first dude that said something like that to me this week, and I appreciate you a lot. He followed me on Twitter after that.
Let's go.
Yeah. I sent him the picture. I was like, yo, nice talking with you, and then he sent me a little text back and then followed me. I was like, yo.
That's good.
But yeah, he's definitely cool. But yeah, it's been an eventful year.
It's only crazier.
I know. I praying for good matches this weekend, which there will be. It's going to be a bloodbath, but
I can't wait. I might try and live stream the 2 matches. Just watch them. So, like, depending on what you're doing, like, let's watch it.
yeah. Well, fuck. Actually, other than the Wigs League, I'm in another league
Oh, lol.
called the AEL. It's a more of a low tier. Not low tier. Shout out to my AEL boys, but I mean, the competition's not as good as Wig League, but we're basically gonna
Free cash.
no. I'm not gonna say that.
Free.
No, I'm not gonna say it's a round 3, free round 3, free round 3, because of what happened. I'm gonna say that it's going to be a tough fight, but I will say I do feel pretty good about our odds.
Good.
And I'm hoping to tweet out a champs tweet.
Good.
By this weekend, but the playoffs thing is this weekend, so hopefully I'll be able to watch the matches and be able to play and everything. But yeah, I'm sure you've been on top of like the whole Activision lawsuits and everything, right?
A little bit. I mean, I'm at work all the time, so I can't always like look at it. So no, I can't say I'm up to date with it. I understand what's going on, but not everything.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know if you saw T-Mobile, U.S. Army, Astro Gaming, the glass sunglasses brand. They're all dipped. They're not with CDL. No more Astro Gaming listenings.
I saw about the Astro. But why? Well, what is it? Just because of the lawsuit and they don't want to be part of it?
Because of the lawsuit and everything, they don't want to be a part of it. And the same things happen with Overwatch League. And apparently, Overwatch League might take a year break because of what's going on.
That I saw.
And that's because it's 2 different leagues, 2 different commissioners, but it's under the same branch, which is Activision and Blizzard. I pray to God that it doesn't have any effect on the CDL and that. But in all reality, all the pros know, and they've said a few things about it, but CDL is not, unless they get more people, more teams, or something drastic happens with competitive next year, it's gonna fail, and it's gonna suck. Yeah, but
growing pains, man. Growing pains.
Yeah, I mean, but
we've come this far. People were playing for $200, right, back in the day. For first place.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying it's gonna like end completely.
No,
I think CWL will be back in full effect. I just think with the way CDL has handled things with everything, it has been
atrocious,
absolutely terrible. I think they've done everything the wrong way, other than I don't know, other than having fans at the event.
Finally, yeah.
That's probably the only thing that I can think of. But I feel like they've just had so many opportunities to do right with just hosting the LANs. Not even having fans there all year. They had the opportunity to. But yeah. So
Vanguard's gonna be a good match. Vanguard's gonna be a good game.
Oh, I pray to God.
Vanguard's gonna be a good game. We're saying it here now. Vanguard's gonna be a good game. We can all hope. We need it.
Oh yeah, we need it. Definitely need it. And just from the rumors, I hope that it's good, because
we need it.
Cold War is entertaining, and the respawn's pretty
I kind
of
like the game. I didn't think it was the worst game in the world.
Yeah, no, it's not a horrible game for competitive. There's definitely some things in there that make it not as good. I think it's definitely better than MW. Which I now am retracting that statement after saying that MW was better, a few months ago on the podcast. But yeah, Cold War is better, but it's it's not quite there. Definitely nowhere near Black Ops 4 vibes or anywhere else. I think it's down there at the bottom with MW in terms of competitive. But it's been exciting for the most part. So I just pray that next year they do things right. I was talking with my team. I was like, I think I'd be so down with like some like multi-universe thing where like jetpacks somehow get implemented in World War II.
No.
Imagine that. Yes.
Stop it.
Yes.
Stop it. I'm okay. I want
USS
jetpacks back as much as you do, man. But no.
Imagine USS Texas and just jetpacking around and just hitting snipes. Oh my God, that'd be.
If they bring back USS Texas, I'm suing someone. Like, that is not no. That was
Well, no,
not the map.
they said they're gonna start with 24 multiplayer maps,
I heard that too. Oh man.
which I hope that's true. And we're getting the reveal in 2 days, which is, which you do know, right?
No, I saw the trailer. Right.
That was the announcement
Announcement.
trailer.
So we're getting like a
The-
multiplayer trailer, or we're getting a
Multiplayer trailer is supposed to come out sometime next week.
Alright.
The reveal trailer will probably just be, campaign cinematics and other things, which will be on Thursday. And that's implemented into Warzone, so you can actually see it since you're off work. But the alpha of the game is coming out next week.
Oh my god! And I didn't even get to take off. All right, well, we gotta grind. We gotta make some content, man. Shit, we gotta make some
alpha that week. Week after that, beta. Week after that, beta.
Deal.
Yeah, it's snuck up on a lot of people because usually they don't do this till like October, September, but they're doing it early September, late August, which I love. So yeah, can't wait.
All right, man. We're gonna have to end it here. I think it's a good stopping point. Thank you again for coming and being here and talking about everything that is Call of Duty. I always appreciate Gyro. Hopefully we're going to be playing some GBs this off season.
Yes.
Right? Content. Name of the game. Content. Yes, sir. Any words before you go? Shut yourself out. Everything like that.
Shout out to my boys, my team. Announcement should be here within the next month about what's going to be next for us. Pretty big change in my life, but until then, I think that the next game will be great, and we can move into next season with good mindset and good mentality.
High hopes.
Yep.
Good. All right, thank you again, everyone, so much for watching. We wholeheartedly appreciate all of us here at Pirate Nation. Thank you again. Make sure to smash that like button down below if you did watch all of this and you enjoyed. Tell us what you agree with. Tell us what Rostermania you think is going to happen. Oh my god. And you know what? If any of the stuff that we talked about is like it happens, we said it first. You heard it here first. All right, everyone. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Bye-bye.